Everyone please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the Gateway to College graduation for the class of 2017. My name is Lena Mendez, and I am a graduate from the Gateway to College class of 2016.
And I'm Justin Nichols, and I'm also part of the Gateway class of 2016.
Together, we are both the MCs for this year's Gateway Commencement ceremony. We know firsthand how meaningful graduation is to Gateway students. Just last year, Justin and I were on this stage feeling excited, nervous, relieved, scared, all at the same time.
I remember being on this stage a year past my original graduation date, but much more prepared for the future than I could have ever imagined.
I'm a proud alumni of Gateway to College, and soon after this ceremony, you will be too. Gateway to College doesn't just focus on a high school diploma, they focus on so much more. Because of Gateway, I am where I am today. I work here at SRJC Petaluma as a student success coach, and in the fall I will be applying to universities including UC Berkeley and Stanford. Gateway to College gives you the opportunity to shine and to prove to yourself and others that you can overcome any obstacle and be successful.
Each GtC student is different from the next, but we all have one thing in common, that we strive for knowledge and want to become something more than our past. Director of Gateway to College, Vanessa Luna Shannon, sees the potential in every student and never gives up. She has dedicated herself to students figuring out ways through life and when it gets complicated to prepare students for the college and career. Vanessa Luna Shannon will provide a welcoming for today's celebration.
Hello, and thank you so much for being here today. I have the great honor and privilege of leading this innovative early college high school program that has been transforming high-promise students into college-ready scholars in the making. I'd like to recognize Santa Rosa Junior College Board Trustee President and Petaluman Maggie Fishman for joining us here today. We'd also like to thank Gateway to College Academy School Site Council President Lori Christ and the members of the School Site Council. Thank you for being here today and for your support. I'd especially like to extend a warm welcome to all the families, friends, and community partners that have helped support our students throughout their education. Thank you for your patience, love, and support that you have provided during your students' journey. This is a day that all of us have been anticipating for quite some time. Today marks the end of the 4th year of the start of the Gateway to College school. For each of you, there have been a lot of highs and some dark lows. But each of you have made our lives better and are leaving the program with more than what it was before you arrived. You will be missed and you will go far. But always know that we will remain here to support you. So a very warm welcome to all, and let us waste no more time to honor the students for whom we are gathered here to celebrate. Thank you.
Thank you for your leadership, Vanessa. Without this program, neither Lena, nor me, nor these students would be on this stage. What set Gateway apart from other schools is the wraparound support every student gets from counselors, teachers, and campus staff. Countless people, like Mr. Dave Rose from Petaluma City Schools and SRJC Petaluma Vice President Dr. Jane Saldana-Talley, work behind the scenes every day on behalf of students. Dr. Saldana-Talley has supported the program and has inspired students to never give up. Please welcome Vice President Dr. Jane Saldana-Talley.
Thank you for that introduction and welcome. I am just really deeply touched too. This is my 3rd Gateway to College graduation, and every every year it gets better for me to know that we continue to put terrific graduates out into the world. I want to welcome you. I want to welcome all of the supporters and the loved ones who are here in celebration of this accomplishment, and the students that also have learned next to these graduates. I know that your hearts are pretty full today, and you're relieved, and you're excited, and I really want to welcome you to this celebration. I want to welcome our Petaluma City School partners. Superintendent Gary Callahan has been behind the scenes support for us. Assistant Superintendent Dave Rose is very much in front of the scenes support for us, and I want to welcome him. I do want to welcome our SRJC's Superintendent President, Dr. Frank Chong, who has himself a terrific story and can really relate to the experience that our students have been through. And every single one of us that has put our hearts and our hopes into this program have personal stories that connect us and have really energized us around making sure that students such as these are up on this stage at the end of every year. I also want to thank Maggie, our Board of Trustees. She's actually the president of the SRJC's Board of Trustees, Maggie Fishman. This is also her third commencement that she's attended. She is a loyal supporter for us, and we appreciate very much everything she does to make sure that this program thrives. I also want to welcome and thank the Gateway to College leaders. Vanessa Luna Shannon is out in front, but there are a group of people that without whom she could not make this program possible. You've been in the classroom, you've been in the offices, you've been there when these students needed you, and I want to welcome you and thank you so much for what you've done for the program. And then you, our Gateway to College graduates, Mayra and Brian, Alvaro, Sunny, Morgan, Teresa, Garrett, Miguel, and Cole. I want to welcome you to the community of graduates across this country and around the world who know the joy and the sense of accomplishment that you feel today. My wish for you is that this is only the first of many. And then I'm going to steal a quote that our Dean, Catherine Williams, shared with me that is from Michael McKeever, one of our computer sciences faculty, if you haven't met him before. This is your life, and for now, we return it to you, vastly improved, with enhanced features, and in relatively good working condition. I hope you treat it well.
Thank you, Dr. Jane Saldana-Talley. Gateway is so lucky to have champions at all levels of leadership. Dr. Frank Chong, Superintendent and President of Santa Rosa Junior College, has had the back of the Gateway to College students and the program that's made it possible for nearly 50 students to receive their high school diploma that otherwise wouldn't have. Please welcome our ride or die leader, Dr. Frank Chong.
Thank you for that kind introduction. Good afternoon, everybody, and good afternoon. I call you the nine that shine. I can't remember all your names, so I'll just call you the nine that shine. And you do shine today because look at the audience, look at the support you have from our wonderful faculty and staff, administrators, our board members, your parents, your friends, your relatives. They're all here today because they're here to celebrate what you've been able to accomplish. And it's not something that's easy. I know that there's a statistic, 80% of graduation rate right now in Sonoma County high schools, you know, and you could have been the other 20% that didn't graduate. And many of you took different paths to get to where you are today. And I have no doubt that many of those paths were not necessarily a straight path or a downhill path. It was probably more of an uphill, windy path. And I think that your being here today is a testament to your commitment, your perseverance, your grit, and your courage to overcome whatever obstacles were in front of you and for you to also develop community. And I think that's something that, particularly in Petaluma, which I have lived in for the last 6 years, Petaluma is different. It's a community. Whether you live in Roanoke Park or Sebastopol or Katati, these are communities, and these are very tight communities. And I think that the strength of Gateway to College really lies in the fact that you all, the 9 of you, have developed a community. You have each other's back. You care about each other's successes. And by all rights, you probably shouldn't even be up here. Many people have probably given up on you. I think the system has given up on you in many ways. As I like to say, you didn't fail the system failed you. But this system, the Santa Rosa Junior College District, in cooperation and in partnership with the Petaluma schools and with Rancho Cotati and other school districts, we found a different way, a different path to success. And I think the Gateway to College model is a model that should be replicated all throughout the country. I believe today there's about 26 to 28 Gateway to Colleges around the country, everywhere from Massachusetts, New York. I think there's about 4 or 5 programs in California. I've been at 4 community colleges, and every community college I've been to, I brought a Gateway to College program because I really believe that this is a winning model. And you are validating my theory that there's different ways to get to where you want to go. And today you've gotten here because you saw the value of education. And as Dr. Jane Saldana-Talley said, and others will tell you, is that this is just the beginning, it's not the end. And that you have a long way to go, and we're all works in progress. And that today is a milestone that shows that you belong. You belong to people who have higher education. You belong to the next generation of leaders. You belong to our community. And now you are graduates with a high school diploma, not a GED, a high school diploma. And many of you already are working towards your AA degrees. And then BA, then MA, and if you're dumb enough like me, go for your doctorate. But seriously, I just want to say on behalf of the college, we are so proud of you. And I'll just close with a quote by Joe Biden when I was working in Washington, D.C. And he said, you know, what education really is about, for our students, it's really turning mirrors into windows, you know. You think about that, turning mirrors into windows. So when you first came here, you just looked into the mirror, and now you look out there like you look at the hills of Petaluma from the Mahoney Library, and the world is at your fingertips. Everything is possible now. So go out, do us proud, and I hope to see you when I give out diplomas a few years from now at our campus in Santa Rosa. And so don't stop here. So once again, I want to thank all of the parents and the families for supporting these young women and men, and they're going to do great things for our community. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Chong. Next, we have a special performance for one of the Gateway to College staff members, Hernan Esquivel, also known as You Know. Hernan has been the GtC club advisor and mentor for the past year. He will be performing a song that he wrote and produced called Miss Me. Please give it up for You Know.
All right. Before I start, I just want to say I'm so proud of all you guys. You have no idea how much this means to me to be up here. And can everybody do me a favor? Can you all stand? I don't want to be the only one standing. This is too intimidating. But yeah, so we can cue the music, man. I'm ready whenever you are. If you listen to the lyrics, you can learn a little bit about me, how I grew up, and let me know what you guys think. So thank you. It's dedicated to my mom. I'm sorry for all the late nights, and yeah. I know you miss me when I'm gone, but just know that I am really not too far. Yeah, check it. I used to kick it on the playground until I met some older homies that don't play around. They asked me if I want to stay, I gotta get down. Knuckles up, I threw them up, I wouldn't back down. Now they see me running up, posted with the homies, not really doing nothing. All this drinking and the smoking got me reminiscing. I'm just living for the moment, not worried about the future, man, or even where I'm going. Mama
please forgive me, don't mean to make you mad. Got the homies waiting for me, asking where I'm at. I know you hate me leaving, sorry if it makes you sad. No matter if it's late, I promise you I'll make it back. I'm thinking about the days, life was more simple. Wanna get away cause life has gotten more stressful. Trying to find a way, but this life it don't let you. Success don't even matter if they really don't respect you. You miss me when I'm gone, but just know that I am really not too far. Yeah, hey, I know you miss me when I'm gone, yeah, but just know that I am really not too far. Yeah, hey, I'm just trying to find a way back. Maybe someday end up in a Maybach. I ain't tripping, homie, really I can say that. Got some people hating on me, you can save that. Cause I'm just worried about me, look, not worried about them. Living proof that I can stay true, don't gotta pretend. And I don't gotta be local for me and you to be friends. I'm just keeping it real when this money's making my rent. And it's hard to stay awake when you got dreams. I used to think that I was wrong, but it's not me. I just wanted something more for my family. And I gotta thank the Lord, man, he found me. Gotta make it on my own, gotta let him know. Cause if you never jump, then you'll never know. And it's getting hard to breathe, got my eyes closed. Think about the memories as the time goes. Miss me when I'm gone, but just know that I am really not too far. Yeah, give it up for the class of 2017. Miss me when I'm gone, but just know that I am really not too far. Yeah, thank you all so much for coming. I just want to say some words. I've been working for the Gateway to College program since November of 2015. It's been one of the best experiences of my life. I've gotten to know so many students. I've worked with youth since I was 17, so I can relate to every single one of you here. Maybe not the same situation, but I also, too, was not supposed to graduate from high school. So the fact that I did, it means the world to me, so I hope it does to you guys. Congratulations. Thank you.
Made an impact in their school community, and we know that they will continue to make impacts wherever they go. Students like Alvaro Cruz, who started Gateway to College in the fall of 2015 and graduated in fall 2016. Originally from Peru, Alvaro attended Sonoma Valley High School prior to coming to Gateway and has continued to attend SRJC since he graduated last semester. He plans to complete a certificate in automotive technology. Sonoma Miguel Hurtado also graduated last fall and is part of the class of 2017, and he is also continuing his education at SRJC to complete an automotive technology certificate. Motivated by the vision of making his mom and sister proud, Miguel maintained his positive outlook from the time he started Gateway to College to the time he graduated, and even while working nearly full-time outside of school and overcoming life challenges. Guided by a strong sense of faith, Sunny Garnett transferred from Petaluma High School to get a head start on college, saying that she wanted to, quote, get the most education that she possibly could. Her quiet maturity and strong academic skills have resulted in her maintaining a 3.5 college GPA since she started Gateway last fall. I hope to continue seeing Sunny next semester as she continues taking courses towards her associate's degree in social and behavioral sciences. Teresa Phone, our social and spunky globetrotter, will also be missed. Teresa has already completed 20 college credits towards an associate's degree and plans to transfer to a CSU or UC to pursue theater arts. She's come a long way since transferring from Madrone Continuation School after attending San Rafael High School. Actually, quite literally, she's come a long way, having commuted from Novato and more recently from Marin to get to school daily and finish her diploma. But beyond putting in miles and going through a few cars and many car parts, Teresa has put in so much work. I have seen her grow in strength and in tenacity. Her persistence has been inspiring to everyone she meets, and her imprints on our lives go deep. Teresa's only been here for the past 3 semesters, but will leave a big void when she departs. The sky is the limit for Cole Runge from the fall 2014 cohort, who plans to transfer to a UC to complete a degree in astrophysics. I still remember meeting Cole for the first time at San Antonio High School. Cole was ready for college curriculum and eager to engage in higher learning. His upbeat personality combined with skeptical curiosity will be missed. I know that his love for learning and overall pursuit for knowledge will keep him focused and help him continue to overcome challenges that get in his way. Many Gateway to College students are writers, social scientists, and artists. Brian Cholico Mondragon is a combo of all the above. Brian is a rap artist, music producer, and plans to pursue film production. He's another graduate from last semester. Now our remaining graduates would like to make some comments before they too move on to their next venture. Please welcome Morgan Gast, who just started Gateway last semester and has already made big gains here at GtC.
I didn't know I was going to be talking first. All right. So I tried to write this, and we'll see how this goes. So I've always struggled with school. Since 5th grade, I switched from a private school to a public school, which for me was like really really small to really big. And so I was a little fish in a big pond. And it kind of messed with me, and I just was really self-conscious, and there were so many people. Okay, I knew that was going to happen. Okay, that was kind of like where it started. Okay. Now it's awkward. No! Okay. I've basically always just like struggled with school. School has like never been easy for me. Neither has my home life, and the combination between that and school has just kind of been a jumbled mess. I've gone through like depression and anxiety. I've gone through not 7 different high schools, but I've switched high schools 7 different times, just trying to like find the right fit for myself, because nothing was ever just comfortable for me. I ended up at Ridgeway, which was actually a really good school, and I really liked it, but then that's my mom. But then a year into my junior year at Ridgeway, I got sent to Utah. I was sent to a wilderness therapy program. I wasn't doing super well in school and in life, and I was struggling using substances and different drugs. And I honestly didn't even know if I was going to graduate at that point. I was in Utah for a year. I was basically forced to look at everything about myself and not really fix it, but, kind of fix it. Just like my insecurities and my depression and my anxiety and my self-esteem. I used to be really shy, actually. But yeah, and it's kind of like a miracle right now to be up here, and I'm talking. I'm sweating. and I'm so freaking happy, and I want to get off this stage right now. Okay.
While completing his high school diploma, Garrett Hara has earned 35 college credits since starting Gateway to College in the spring of 2015. Garrett is our resident researcher, guest lecturer, and social theologian. Never one to accept anything as fact, Garrett engages his peers in speaking their truths and resisting conformity. Please welcome Garrett to the podium to make some personal remarks.
If I could actually make a slight request, I'd actually, because if you don't actually film and take pictures, because I'd actually, hold on, actually really like you to listen to this. Just move this here. So, that's my name is Garrett, and I'm going to apologize for a moment because we're going to get heavy here for a beat. These are going to be my last words to those who are coming with me and those who I'm leaving behind, and I wrote this specifically to the people who I did lecture to and I talked to in the past several months. Whoops. So what I'm going to be doing is telling you a small story about me. Really, I'm actually going to be telling you the story of being. So to start with me, even since a young age, I was absolutely obsessed by what happened in the 20th century, especially the events that happened in Nazi Germany and the Soviet Union, and I mean truly obsessed. I was spending virtually every waking moment thinking about nothing other than that. And I read very widely. I read Carl Jung, Orwell, Huxley, a slew of books on neurology and neurobiology, the great clinical psychologists, a huge chunk of political theory and economics, and a vast amount of political and psychological literature. And then I synthesized all of this over the period of my life. And the reason why I did it is I was trying to understand the relationship between belief, emotion, and motivation. And what I try to do is put it in the series of lectures that I've been teaching over the past few months. So I put these concepts into a series of lectures because I really could sort of see myself in the eyes of a lot of the people here. Really the underlying problem that I was trying to solve was, if you can't find a reason to wake up in the morning, how are you even supposed to get to school? How are you going to finish a class if you can't even find a reason? So as far as I can tell, I've identified the problem of human existence and can give it my best answer. First, let me explain the problem itself, that of fragmentation. One alternative to fragmentation is, of course, union under a banner, a collective cause, ideal, or purpose. The problem with uniting under a banner, as the postmodernists point out rightly, is that to value something means simultaneously to devalue other things. Thus, to value is an exclusionary process. But the alternative is valuelessness, which is equivalent to nihilism. And nihilism does not produce freedom from exclusion. It only makes everyone excluded. And that's an intolerable state. Directionless, uncertain, chaotic, and angst-ridden. When such uncertainty reaches a critical level, the counter-response appears. First the unconscious, and then the collectively expressed demand for a leader possessed of the spirit of totalitarian certainty, who promises above all to restore order. Thus a society without a unifying principle oscillates unmoored between nihilism and totalitarianism. Human beings have been wrestling with this problem since the beginning of civilization, when our capacity to form large groups for all of its advantages also started to pose a new threat, that of the hyper-domination of the state, collective, or purpose. This is the paradox that led to the atrocities of the 20th century. And the lesson that people need to learn from it is, that's what humans did, okay? We're all humans, so how is it that we live so we don't do that again? And a lot of people have thought through this. Viktor Frankl, who wrote Man's Search for Meaning, came to a particular conclusion. So did Dostoevsky, so did Alexander Solzhenitsyn, so did Václav Havel. They all said those systems only existed because people lie. And the way you fight them is you don't lie. You don't lie about anything, ever. And that's what you have to do. And you might think to yourself, well, how does that make a difference? Well, Solzhenitsyn, who wrote the Gulag Archipelago detailing the transformation of the Marxist philosophical doctrines into the murderous legislation that killed perhaps 50 million people in the Soviet Union between 1919 and 1959, said the entire society was pervaded by lies. Well, 1/3 of the people were government informants, so you could not say anything you believed to be true, ever. Hold on. May have lost myself. Okay. And what lying does is it demolishes your character, it weakens you, and you weaken yourself through sins of omission, and you get weak. And once you're weak, people can manipulate you like mad. And so the way you fight back against that is you tell the truth, you act out your truth. And you have to subject yourself to correction, because that's what truth is. It's a process. It's a process of successive approximation. And that's far more powerful than anything else you can do. To try and illustrate my point, I guess more mythologically, is, well, most of you probably have seen Pinocchio. Well, there's a scene of Pinocchio where Geppetto wishes on a star. What that means is you orient yourself to something transcendent, because that's what a star is. And what Geppetto says is, what I want more than anything else, is for my creation to become a genuine individual. It's a heroic gesture, because it's so unlikely, and it catalyzes the puppet's transformation into a real being. And we all start out as puppets, so the whole trick is to get rid of your strings. So you lift your eyes and orient yourself to the highest possible good. And what you ask is that life progress in the best possible manner. Best for me, best for my family, best for society, and for the whole world even. Simultaneously, I would like to achieve that, whatever that is. That's what I want. And you commit to it. Then you tell the truth. And you can feel it inside, it's located in the solar plex. You can feel it physiologically. That when you lie, there's certain things that you can say that will make you come apart as a human being, and it makes you weak. But when you tell the truth, it pulls you together and it strengthens you. And that's what you have to do. That's the core idea, is to build yourself into a forthright individual who's capable of telling the truth and bearing the responsibilities of citizenry, responsibility for oneself, family, and state. It is in that responsibility and not in rights that meaning itself resides, the meaning that makes life bearable. And what I mean by that is suffering is real, and it's always there, and it's inescapable. So the question ends up being, what do you do about it? And you can notice in your own life, and you can do this. I've done this myself, and I've asked many people to do it. Watch yourself for a week and pretend you don't know who you are, because you don't know who you are. What you understand most about yourself is the arbitrary presuppositions that you use to hem yourself in. And you act as if they're true, so the full revelation of the full nature of your character doesn't terrify you. People hide in their own boxes. It's not surprising, but it's not a good idea. Life is too hard to hide in a box. You can't manage it if you do that. So if you watch yourself, you'll see things. You'll see sometimes you're resentful and annoying. And when that happens, you're either thinking improperly or you're taking advantage of yourself. And some of the times you'll be bored, in which case you're either undisciplined or you're probably pursuing something you don't want to pursue. And then other times you'll actually be engaged in life. And in those times that you're actually engaged in life, you won't even notice you're there. Because the distinction between subject and object disappears in these moments, when you engage in something that you find meaningful. So the purpose of life, as far as I can see it, is to find a mode of being that's so meaningful that the fact that life is suffering is no longer relevant. Or maybe that it's even acceptable. And people know when they're doing this. You know when you're doing this. You know you're doing this partially because you're no longer resentful. You think, geez, I could do this forever. There's a timelessness that's associated with that state of being. That's a place where you are that's so meaningful that it enables you to bear the harsh preconditions of life without becoming bitter or cruel. And there's nothing else you can pursue in life that will be half as useful as that.
Has a deeply warm, creative, and driven spirit. Her thoughts are never quiet. She's always thinking, questioning, and striving to be her personal best. She represents the best of Gateway to College, a student who is meant for something bigger than their past, yet a student that is ahead of their time. Your time has come, Maida. Come on up to the podium.
Hello, I'm Myra. I'm not, I guess, moment is very surreal. Like, I can't believe I'm here. I have been through a lot. I'm still going through a lot. And there have certainly been times in my life where I thought that I could never be here. I honestly came upon this program just by coincidence. And I came to the orientation because I knew that I wanted to get my diploma, not a GED. I wanted to show my siblings that getting a diploma was worth the struggle. And so I came, and in that orientation, the program, Vanessa, the student panel, emphasized the idea of community and how in order to actually succeed in life, in this program, you have to have people that you should surround yourself that are going to support you. So I came in, I was accepted, and it's been a total uphill, downhill battle for me with myself, with my life, in general. And this semester, I think I've grown a lot, I've grown a lot since I got here. I'm the president of the GtC club, and they've offered me a job. So I'm not gonna be gone, I'll be here still. And I really do believe in what this program wants. I really do believe that it will change you. In whatever way it does, it will change you regardless. It helped me grow into myself. It helped me identify what I want to do with myself, with my life, what my passion is. And so, I honestly did not even think I wanted to, pursue this career, but I'm thinking of becoming an environmental engineer, I want to major in environmental engineering with a minor in mechatronics. And it's crazy. It's crazy. I didn't even know what engineering was before this. It's just crazy. But, okay, word of advice for all of you and my siblings. Everyone, yourself, is gonna doubt your ability to succeed in life. You might not do it on purpose, but there will come times when you might feel like really it just doesn't matter anymore. And I urge you to forget that, because it does. You are the new generation. And I mean, with everything that we've gone through this year alone, with the president and stuff, we need young, innovative minds who aren't afraid to go beyond what our parents thought was possible, Every one of us, we screwed up this earth, I'm just gonna say that. So it's our job, and honestly our privilege, to help further our species, and so I'm just really proud of all the GtC students for being here, for actually taking the time to get a diploma instead of GED, for being here in the classes, for just going to school, for being yourself. That's it.
Great speech, Myra. Almost made me cry. As tradition, at GtC graduations, a member of the GtC club would like to present the candidates with a token of achievement for their hard work. This year's club representative is Deja Gonzalez.
So, the Gateway Club was started in 2014 to represent Gateway on a further extent outside of school, to give students a chance to do outreach and other events through the JC together as a group. On behalf of the Gateway Club, we would like to represent these medallions to you for your hard work and perseverance, and hope that you continue your education to make an impact on the world. Please stand. They're taking the plastic off the medallions.
When I call your name, please stand. Christina Bennett, Taylor Colby, Diebny Noureddin, Shauna Dooley, Daniel Dunn, Sterling Markham, Ednan Esquivel, and Samantha Diaz. All right. Please give a big round of applause to the Gateway student counselors. Thank you for all you do and have done to get the Gateway to College students to cross this stage. Can all the Gateway to College continuing students in the audience please stand? In acknowledgement of your hard work and commitment to do whatever it takes to reach your own graduation day, we'd like you to come down by the stage and have either Miss Dooley or Mr. Dunn present you with a Gateway to College Scholar Sash. Please don't be shy, come on down. Once you've all been sashed, please have a seat in the front rows.
So, continuing students, 2 years ago, I was where you are right now, sitting up and looking at the trailblazers in front of me. Last year, I was up on that stage. Today, I am where I hope that you will be soon. So, presentation of the diplomas, campus, community, friends, and family. We've come to the moment that we've all been waiting for.
I'd like to invite all the Gateway to College staff and faculty to come up to line up on the stage for the receiving line.
Gateway candidates for their early college high school diploma, please rise when I call your name. Please come up and receive your acknowledgments. Castillo Bernal. Brian Cholico Mandragon. Sunny Garnett. Morgan Gast. Teresa Phone. Garrett Hera. And last but definitely not least, Cole Rungy.
Way to do this, but everybody can be seated again. All right. Mr. Dave Rose, Assistant Superintendent of Student Services at Petaluma City Schools. I have the pleasure to present you to these students that have met the diploma requirements for the high school diploma. Please come on up to make a few remarks.
Vanessa, thank you very much. It is my sincere honor on behalf of Superintendent Callahan and the Petaluma City Schools Boards of Education to accept the Gateway graduating class of 2017. Congratulations.
Congratulations to the class of 2017. Thank you for being here, everyone, and please join us right outside the auditorium for a reception with our graduates. Congratulations.